It starts with a wizard. He's old and he's wise, and though he is small, there is strength in his size. The Goliath from the west, he's not smart, but he's strong. The Flagon Slayers, this is their song. Now the warlock, he's lost all the memories he had, 'cause to deal with a demon went seemingly bad. And the druid on his quest to save the shadow plane, when you hear tortured souls, you'll remember his name. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on. The cleric, she heals in the light of the moon. She wants to find purpose, it'll come someday soon. Then the rogue draws his sword, metals clashing again. When it comes to a duel, he will always win. They're the Flagon Slayers, they drink and they fight. They're the Flagon Slayers, by day or by night. They're the Flagon Slayers, and this is their song. They're the Flagon Slayers, the adventure goes on.
Hi everybody. So we've got kind of a limited crew this weekend. We have 2 players that are in the process of moving, and then another one that's doing other stuff who's probably actually going to be moving relatively soon. I don't know. I haven't been updated on that. But yeah, so this session we're just trying to get the party to basically where they need to be before they go on the next big section. So, with that,
we're here.
We're going to, if I remember correctly, the party was kind of winding down for the night before they went. And that Cirrus maybe went off with a gnomish woman. And
oh yeah, we're gonna have to get all that information.
Oh yeah, we'll get all that. We'll get all of that later. But to steamroll and steam ahead, we'll say that it's morning. The party has discussed their next move and have come to the conclusion that they should go to Marquet, and perhaps there is information there that they could glean on the vestige that is off the coast, supposedly, and perhaps figure out where the water Ashari are. We'll go ahead and say that you guys have you've gone to the transverse junction. You've taken it to...
Do we want to buy anything in Amon first?
Yeah, is there anything you guys... Because you guys have already bought the potions and stuff that you wanted.
Yeah.
So unless
we did do all that, yeah.
Yeah, unless you or Anzu want to do another thing, we'll say that you're on your way to Marquet.
Is there anything else you needed to do in Amon?
No. I'm good to go.
All right. So the party has arrived in Marquet. The Marquesian sun is beating down on you. It's hotter here. It's more of a desert climate than Amon, which is more of like a coastal city climate.
I grabbed the robes we had from last time we were in Marquet, because we had those robes that helped protect us from the heat.
Yeah. The party disperses, trying to find information and perhaps buying things that they wish to buy. And we'll say that since you two already kind of have everything you want, you stick together because, history buff, magic buff, and Anzu's there too. There we go. You got it.
I got it for a sec, and then I was like, oh, yep.
There you go. But you two are kind of looking around. Is there any specific thing you're looking for, or are you just kind of maybe trying to stumble? What are you thinking?
Right. Well, while everyone's off shopping, Anzu, maybe we could go to the library or some place where they keep information in the city to see if there's any like stories of the vestige or something like that.
You want to go to the library?
Listen,
I didn't know you could read.
We've been over this, all right?
Yes.
I've read so many books in front of you. I don't fake it like you think I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where else to start at this point. I don't really want to just go up to someone and be like, hey, we're looking for this magical, super powerful weapon of the gods.
This god weapon.
Do we know
which library would you like to go to? We could go to the elementary library. We could go to the city library.
Maybe. I don't know. We don't know what god this vestige is attached to, right?
You don't know who it's associated with.
That wasn't in all the notes.
You just know it's something for a mage, some sort.
Is there some type of like mages guild or something within the city?
Go ahead and make a general like intelligence roll.
We do have the notes from that we picked up from that
from that old keep that you guys found outside of Amon, right?
No, yeah, it was the old keep that was from Critical Role.
Yeah. Gray Skull.
Thank you.
What they call
it. I got a natural 20.
Nice. Okay. Anzu, you know that the Cobalt Reserve is kind of active around the world, and that there's a branch here in Marquet, but they tend to be a little bit more shadowy. You do know that a few of their members frequent the city library. Perhaps you could track one of them down. But yeah,
track one of them down.
All right, so the two of you go to the city library. You see this large sandstone building that has what looks like two large talons. That, you know how like the New York Public Library has those giant lion statues? It's like that, but there's these two large like clawed hands that kind of rest on either side of the staircase. And as you look up, you realize the library is designed to look like a giant dragon. The library has like this large tower that is the dragon's neck, and then there's something that kind of overlooks it, like with a balcony that appears to be the dragon's head. The building itself is designed kind of like its wings and body. But yeah, it's a striking and unique piece of architecture. You guys eventually make it in there. It's not super busy for this time of day. There's a woman at the front desk, appears to be kind of later aged human, probably 65, 70, white hair, that's kind of like short and kind of shaggy in places, that goes just to like the bottom of her chin. You see her just kind of reading through what looks like a small pamphlet or leaflet. That's all that you see in this area. Also, the library itself is 5 floors, and each floor is a different section. So you've got like ancient history, world history, modern history. That's like the history section, and then there's religion, there's magic, science, stuff like that.
I think it would be in magic.
I also think it might be in magic. It could be in religion, though.
It could also be in history.
Could be in history. We do have notes to like at least line it up to, because it was found by what group were they?
Machina.
Thank you. It was found by Vox Machina. So history wise,
at this point is a 200, like their legend happened over 200 years ago.
Right, but it's not like a thousands of year old.
No, it's not like centuries ago. No,
it would be a more recent story. 200 years is pretty recent in times of like.
In D&D lore, yes,
Yeah.
200 years is yesterday.
Yeah. So, because like that's like for I mean, Anzu was in his prime 200 years ago.
I mean, for our real world example, America had only been a country for like 20 years.
Yeah.
In 200 years ago.
Yeah. Do you want to split up? You start in magic. I'll start in history. Maybe recent events or something like that.
Recent events.
It's pretty recent, 200 years.
That's when they found the location.
It's probably even more recent. Oh, they didn't find it.
They didn't find the actual item. They just used. They essentially, how they did it is they had the magic users of the world focus in on where there were pockets of divine energy, and they located one in the middle of the ocean.
Okay.
The water Ashari may actually also be a good contact for this because they may have a connection to it or know the area better. So that's something to look forward to for them.
You know, Anzu, the Water Ashari may actually be a good contact for this because they know the area better than anyone. I think we get as much information that we can get and then compare notes with them if we decide to go to the Water Ashari first. Or if we find evidence of the vestige in these books, and with talking to people, we can go to the vestige first. So,
Yes.
yes.
What would you like to do?
Well, we're looking through let's look through books first and then decide later.
Yes.
All right. Both of you roll investigation checks with advantage because you're doing things that you know, so you can scan through books quicker.
Noise.
I got a natural 20.
Man, he's rolling hot tonight.
I know.
Investigation. Can I add guidance?
Can you? Using divine magics, I see. Well, for druids, it's more
Nature.
like the way of the wind, I guess. It's like your difference between Rapunzel and
I guess I'm
Pocahontas.
kind of connected to the shadow. I mean, none of my power comes from the Raven Queen, but mine was an 18.
18. Right. So, both of you find these magical archive kiosks, basically, where you can kind of put in the information of what you're thinking. It's basically keyword searching on Google, right? Anzu, you, through doing your magical research, have found a few books on enchanting weapons and armor that go back thousands of years. But you also find some there's more modern research notes on the vestiges that were written by a few. It was like an academic research, basically, that might be able to help you locate a vestige. You might be able to glean something from that. The paper also mentions the effort that was undertaken about 150 years ago by members of the adventuring party, Vox Machina, in coordination with the Alabaster Lyceum and the Cobalt Reserve, in order to possibly locate these vestiges and keep them for safekeeping in case of another cataclysmic world-ending event such as Vecna emerging. So that's the stuff you have. You find those pretty easy. There's automatons that roam the halls and stuff, and you can tell them what you need, and they have a Rolodex, encyclopedic knowledge of the entire library. They know where things are. Animas, what'd you roll?
18.
18. So you begin going into the vestiges history. You find multiple texts, both fiction and nonfiction, that mention different vestiges. You find one specifically on Thea's that basically talks about how it was. Some believe it to be cursed because wielders of it tend to die quick, and then others believe, well, they die quick because they're at the front line trying to save people. So,
Okay.
a little bit of one, a little bit of two. You find a historical record of all the vestiges that had been located as of 100 years ago. The ones that you guys have found were never located or were deemed too dangerous to find.
Okay.
That is where you get the name of the vestige that you're looking for. It is called the Storm to End Them All. It's a long title. Some people also call it Final Storm. And then others call it something.
You said it was so dangerous that what?
It's so dangerous that they didn't even try to retrieve it. Not because the vestige itself is dangerous, but because of where it is or thought to be is too dangerous.
That is what they'll call me, Animus. Anzu the Storm.
Isn't it the Final Storm? Wait, can you name the two things you said again?
It'll be hot.
The Storm to End Them All or Final Storm. It is believed that this was the vestige used by the champion of the Storm Lord, who during the last calamity was a pirate that worshipped the Storm Lord and was given his vestige.
Okay. Does it talk about where that was located?
The last place it was seen was on the pirate ship that sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Hence why it is so dangerous. It's super deep on the ocean floor. Who knows if it could be retrieved.
Okay.
As the two of you reconvene with your books, Anzu, the books are so thick that you carrying them is probably not super practical, so the automaton is carrying them for you. The two of you sit down and begin going through all of this. Anzu, you make an Arcana check for me. Make an Arcana check.
What did Anzu find in his...
He found more like magical research studies on like how the vestiges function. It's written down. So this is mainly so the DM doesn't have to say that you don't know. You guys learn that vestiges have tiers to their power, and that by doing deeds that reflect the purpose of the vestige or reflect the character of the wielder, the vestiges can evolve and become stronger.
That's how we do it.
It's cited in the text of the research paper that was funded partially by Vox Machina. There's a line from a bard, or at least you assume he's a bard by how long his title is, of a Scanlan Shortholt, who talks about how because he was so brave and courageous, his vestige myth carver was able to evolve, basically, and they're dubbed Awakened. That's their second stage, and then Exalted is their final stage.
Okay.
They also point out in the research that not all vestiges can become awakened and exalted, but most have.
Of course, mine's probably gonna be one of those.
But you also discover the spell that they use to locate the vestiges, and it requires a group of 5 or more wizards or sorcerers to expend their magic to locate them.
Yes, yes. It also says one Anzu.
One whole Anzu.
One singular Anzu is all it takes.
But you believe with 80% confidence that you could likely locate where the final storm is. You would just probably need help from like Linares and Thea.
2 people we don't have with us right now.
We can try to get Linares.
We could.
Linares is currently plane jumping, but
she's been doing that for days, hasn't she?
Well, it's only been, to us. It's
I
been
need
weeks,
an update.
But to you guys, it's only been like 2 days.
Yeah, it's only been like 2 days.
But yeah, days is accurate. Just not like.
We have 2 weeks.
She's taking rests every once in a while. It takes them sometimes a while to find her. So
2 weeks and 5 days left.
There's more information on the wielder of the final storm, if you want to know that. It also kind of describes how it works.
Yeah, I probably want to know that.
So the final storm is a staff that is used as a magical focus for sorcerers and wizards. The captain of the ship who prayed to the Storm Lord, his name was Flannery, and he worshipped the Storm Lord almost like a cleric. He was a sorcerer, and it allowed him to kind of climb the ranks of the crew, which he was part of, which was called Lamia's Breast, is what the name of the ship was called. During the calamity, the Lamia's Breast was used primarily for smuggling and didn't really engage much in the war effort until it was sucked into a battle between 2 sides. That is when the Storm Lord saw the devotion and the power of Flannery and gifted him with the final storm.
Lamia's Breast?
Yeah, Lamia's Breast is the ship. The way the staff works, or at least this is historical recounting, so you don't know the exact mechanical use of it, but essentially anytime Flannery would cast a spell, it was very, very big.
Big spell.
It is described as a fireball that blotted out the sun.
Interesting.
It was also... There is some account that it allowed for multiple uses of a spell. So essentially, if you wanted to cast Fly, Flannery cast it on his entire crew. Stuff like that. It seems to heighten abilities.
Okay.
It is then stated, both through the historical record and through the magical research that you've seen, just in different terms, that the Lamia's Breast was last seen sailing off of the southeast coast of Marquet, so a few 100 miles away, and they were lost in a violent storm.
Okay. 200 miles away off the coast?
Yes.
Where were they heading?
Is unknown.
Damn.
That's a lot of coast.
Yep. Man, more notes right now than I do have had in the past 3 sessions.
Yep. I mean, you're learning about a big piece.
Yeah.
But that's about all you can glean. It was determined in the research that it's likely that the final storm is at the bottom of the ocean, and they didn't think it was viable to send an adventuring party down that deep.
Ooh, so Marquet thought about sending someone out to try to save it at one point.
Marquet, the Marquesian government did, as did the governments of the world. They basically all thought about it and determined that it is likely too deep.
But they might have a more precise location.
Potentially. They have a general location.
Anzu.
That's why you guys have that map with all the vestiges that was in Grayskull Keep. That's the general idea of where it is.
Oh, so going to the government's probably not going to help here.
It might not. It was also 150 years ago, so unless there was a lot of elves or gnomes working on that project, a lot of the people who knew are probably gone.
Okay. Huh. What do you think, Anzu? Looks like it's around the same spot the map already said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if we should just get the others and go there, or if we should also maybe try to see if we can find where the water Ashari are. Which one
Where?
sounds like a good idea first?
I suppose we could do the water Ashari.
Yeah.
And, I suppose that would help.
Yeah. If anyone knows the water and what's in it, it's probably them, especially in this area.
Yes, the water people. They
It's like
know
an
about
avatar.
The water.
They may know the location of it too, right? They're very secretive folks, as you've said before.
Yeah, they're pretty. I mean, the biggest thing is that they're just trying to protect the different elemental planes.
Yes,
their
yes.
main
And then
entrances.
if they don't tell us, we can threaten them.
No, they'll tell us because I'm part of the Ashari, so we're not gonna. We're good. Don't worry. We don't need threat.
Of course.
Yeah, I guess now we just have to find out where they are, because that's also a whole thing. Jacob, what would be the best plan of action that Animus could come up with, and how to find the water Ashari?
Well, the water Ashari stick to the portal to the water elemental plane.
Right.
Water elemental plane portal moves with ocean currents. It behaves differently than the others because it is moving, but it sticks to a general 100-mile area.
Yeah.
So you could probably, using your druidic abilities, could probably, as you get closer to elemental plane portals, you can sense it. You've done it before.
Right.
So,
but it would
you probably just need to head that direction.
Which might take a couple days by boat.
Could take a day, could take a week.
Oh
no. Because if it is in movement when you are going, because it sometimes sits, then as you're going, it could get further away.
Right.
Sounds like you're going to get Anzu of the Storm first.
It's possible.
Yes, it is possible.
Anzu the White, the Wizard of the Storm.
Yes.
Wait, what was the other word for it? The
Big Dick Anzu.
Yeah, Big Dick Anzu. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
The storm to end it all. Anzu the White, the holder of the storm to ended all. The
Yes.
big dick. Anything else? Oh, the founder of that one place. The founder of that one place.
Cobalt Conservatory.
The founder of the Cobalt Conservatory. I remembered. Yeah. Anything else on your title? Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Crusher of eggs.
Crasher of eggs. Jacob, what's the possibility that Find a Path has any sort of way of working here?
Interesting. Hang on just a second.
Shortest, most direct physical route to a specific location that you're familiar with on the same plane. What if I became very familiar with the ship by reading about that ship?
The ship is not a fixed location.
Neither are the Ashari, though. I can't really use that for either of them. Anzu, what we need to figure out right now is what is our best possible route to the middle of the ocean in the shortest amount of time without wasting more days.
I would assume. What is it? 200 miles?
200 miles off the coast for...
Well, why don't you just transform into a whale or something, and then I'll ride on you.
And just have everyone ride.
Just ride in the mouth like in Pinocchio.
Oh, boy.
Or in Finding Nemo.
Come on.
Oh,
I'm waiting.
There's no... I'm not going to turn into a whale on land in this library especially.
In the library.
No, not right now, but, come on. Come on.
Well, we have to for the rest.
No, we don't.
Yes.
I start pulling on his leash. Come on.
God.
Do the thing.
What am I...
Come on, let's go, you whale.
I'm looking at... God damn it. Whale... There's not one in the... Oh, I could do killer whale. What's the challenge?
Killer whales
3?
are smaller, though.
That's true. There.
You're wanting like a blue whale. You're wanting like a blue
Sperm
whale or a
whale.
whale shark.
Large
Sperm
enough
whale.
for an Anzu.
Challenge rating 8. Son of a bitch. I can't turn into that for a long period of time.
Sure you can. Come on.
No.
Just the baby.
I have
Challenge
one. I have blue whale at a challenge rating of 10.
Yeah, I just saw that one too.
Just a beluga. Or maybe even a dolphin.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, I love D&D nerds. How much damage would a blue whale cause if dropped on a boss in D&D 5e?
Ha! Damn, a lot. 12d10. Was that close?
It is determined by level, not by size.
I think I'd have to go sperm whale. Which is a challenge rating of 8, which means I could turn into a sperm whale for 2 hours. And we'd have to travel 200 miles. I can turn into an animal twice a day. So we've got 4 hours that I'd have to go 200 miles to get to the vestige.
Come on. Pull a little harder.
Do the thing.
Anzu, we have to also get the others as well to be able to go there.
Oh, come on. Take some risks, Animus. We can do this.
If it's just me and you who go there, then
Come
we're gonna
on.
be super fucked.
Oh, that's the fun of it.
You know, we could just go pick up a quest in the city and go off on a quest together.
I would like to say to the viewers, Caleb, before we started, was like, no more random side quests.
Whoa, hold on.
We
Just
can't do
it
any
would be a
more random
one
side
night. It
quests.
would be a one night thing. It would be a one night thing.
Oh, well, you think I'm a one-night stand, you shitter.
I don't know. Where's the nearest?
Come
She'd
on.
be the one who would know this. I
Come
can turn
on.
into a fucking whale. It's just
Do the thing.
How-
We can at least pinpoint where it is until the others can join us. Why don't we rid the ship today?
we could
We can call
probably
it something fun, like
probably would need.
Zygon's ours. Or
Do
the
they
bitch
have-
wagon.
Do they have airships
They can, yeah.
in Marquet?
Yeah.
Animus, you
Could we
dummy
have-
dumb.
Could we have?
Airships are in the air, not the water.
But they're faster.
Airships are faster than boat ships.
In the air.
Right. We would park it right above. I don't know how you park. I mean, you can. You can have it just hover.
You can't
Park,
park
yeah,
an
you can have
airship.
them hover.
You can have
You
them
can
hover
have
for
hover.
long.
Fuck, let me just throw my anchor off of
No,
the
you don't have
airship.
to throw an anchor. You just have the captain hover for a little while we go down.
We won't be down there for a little while.
Well, the others are walking around town right now,
Yeah.
and they're probably coming back because we said we were going to meet up.
Yeah. And we'll meet up with the boat.
I'm trying to think of what we can do here. So we're going to go for Vestige, then Araminte. And then airship. So hiring an airship. And I think hiring an airship is just the best way to go here. We would be able to...
Last time we did that, it didn't go very well.
We're so much better than last time.
Last
so
time
much.
you guys crashed.
Last time we did not crash.
I mean,
We did not crash the airship last time. The airship crashed
Crash.
due to Shavira taking down the ship.
Yes.
We can rent an airship, have a
Yes.
captain take us out to this area,
And
hopefully
then Shavira will come back and tear it down.
while we're underwater, and then we teleport away.
I don't want to crash, Animus.
You're gonna crash on a boat anyway. You think Shavira can't come by and just sink a boat as well?
No, because we're too rich for that, Animus. Why would we get a boat?
Why would we not be too rich for... That's what I'm saying. Why would we not just take an airship? Airship would take us less than a
Because
day.
it's totally what we would do. That's very rich, very pompous, very... Look at me. I can afford an airship for a
200
day.
miles would take us half a day maybe to get there. We'd be there by late afternoon or early
Maybe
afternoon.
3 weeks if we get, shat on by Shavira.
We're only going 200 miles off the coast. Shavira can shat on us in a normal boat as well. That is what I'm
But
trying
she
to say.
wouldn't.
She would.
She wouldn't, because she wouldn't think we were in a regular boat, because we're rich with 1%.
No. She knows where we are at all times. That is how she works. Same with the rest of them.
She doesn't know where I am.
Alright, well,
I can fit in small places.
okay, so if we do a boat, you're talking about taking 2 times as long to get 200 miles off the coast, wasting another whole day of travel, and then now we're down another day. And then we also have to take that boat and travel all the way to the water Ashari, which will take even longer.
No, I have teleport.
You can't teleport to the water Ashari. You don't know where they are.
Well, you can't teleport me there either.
No, that's what I'm saying. We need something that's fast and able to
Oh,
move.
you can't fly to the water, sorry.
No, we wouldn't fly there. I will do you. How about this? Let's make a deal.
Yes.
If we take an airship 200 miles off the coast, get dropped off, and then just have the captain leave us a dinghy or something in case we need a dinghy to stand on. Or we just leave the dinghy and make it look like we're going to come back to the surface and that's all we're going to use. Then, when the airship leaves, we go down and get the vestige, and then we do your thing where I turn into a whale and I take us to the water shari after we've gotten the vestige. The airship would just drop us off right on top of where the vestige is. After we search for it.
I will go look for a dinghy if you will go look for an airship.
Okay. Sounds good. Because also, airship's going to be better. Me and you are going to have to hone in on where this boat is. Because there's only a general location we're going to have to figure out together. Hopefully just two of us, maybe, and Zygon. I keep forgetting Zygon's had a major upgrade and is, in all accounts, what some would call a level 20 magic user. But yeah, I'll go look for an airship, you look for a dinghy.
Yes. I will now go to the dinghy store.
The dinghy store, okay. Okay. You know, you play D&D and you never expect to do certain things, and one of them is the dinghy store. All right. Anzu, you go down to the harbor and begin asking around. A few of the sailors laugh at you, but they point you in the right direction. At the end of the dock, you see these grand, beautiful ships. Some would be multiple stories tall if they were a building. You're not interested. No, too much. You need to get back with the common people, you know. So you keep going, and then eventually you see what looks like a small rowboat, kind of just attached to the dock. Just kind of sitting there. You see the two oars sitting inside it. Around. Doesn't seem to be a captain or anything waiting on its crew. It appears to be unattended. But it is exactly what you want. It's a small rowboat. They're normally attached to the back of these larger boats as, you know, escape in case the ship goes down. But this one just kind of floating here.
I would like to put it in my bag of holding.
Oh my god.
You'd have to get it out of the water first, or you'd have to go in the water to try and like fit the bag around.
Can it stretch that far? Oh my god.
Not usually. Bags of holding don't stretch that much.
You're gonna rip your bag of holding. It's all
And if
gonna
you rip
pop
the bag
out.
of holding, everything comes out.
Everything.
I would like to know whose dinghy this is.
Okay, so you begin looking around. Doesn't appear to be anyone's. You step onto it, kind of feel it. You see old holes that have been patched. You see one of them has the cork from what looks like a wine bottle in it to stop the water from coming in. But
I would like
seems like
to commandeer this ship
Oh no.
and take it to the closest dockyard for maintenance.
Okay. You untie the small rowboat from the dock and you begin rowing it. Having to do both oars is probably going to be a little bit of a challenge because of your stature. If you enlarged yourself, you could probably do it.
I will enlarge myself.
All right. So, Anzu, you enlarge yourself. You're now about the size of a dwarf. Pretty easy. You row it. You eventually take it to the ship repair yard, which is kind of next to the main harbor. You're waiting in line as the other ships are kind of going in. You eventually, about 20 minutes of waiting, you get in your slot. The repair, the shipwrights don't seem to notice you. You tie it, you climb out and tie it off. But no one seems to see that you're there.
Excuse me. Hello?
Oh, how are you?
Oh, very well. How are you?
Can't complain. Something I can help you with?
Yes, yes. I would like someone to work on my ship and perhaps upgrade and make it a little flashy.
Okay, which one's yours?
It's right over here, the SS Wet Dream.
Uh, I don't see the ship you're talking about.
It's it right here. This is it.
Oh,
I'm on it.
sir, we don't tend to fix dinghies. We tend to just give you a new one if your ship needs it.
But I want mine to be very special. You know, maybe you could hide some things on there for a secret attack. And a spot for bushes. I like bushes. Don't ask me why.
I mean, with the name Wet Dream, I assume you do like a bush or two.
Ha!
I could put a small cannon on the front of it if you really wanted me to.
Yes, could you elongate it?
You want a longer barrel? If you go too long, it's gonna tip the ship over.
I would like to elongate the ship just a wee bit. A larger dinghy. Yes. Yes, and maybe plug the holes and maybe we could paint it purple.
How many
blue accents.
How many people are going to be sitting in your Wet Dream?
At most 10.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean,
10. We only need 5.
My boss won't let me work on something so small. So I'd have to do it on my off time.
I could pay you for that.
With material I'm gonna need, I could do it for probably 3 or 4 gold. Now the painting and stuff, that's not my department. But I could probably get some friends to do it. All in all, I think I could probably do the whole thing, get everything nice and painted for you, around 10 gold.
Well, that's perfect. I'll give you 20, and then you can use the rest of it to zhuzh it up a bit.
I mean, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do with the rowboat, but I'll try my best.
Oh, you're the best dock builder. Of course you can do it. What is your name?
It's Sean, sir.
Sean.
Yeah, it's...
Sean, welcome to the Wet Dream.
He goes to shake your hand, thinks about it a little bit, gives you a nod.
No way.
Thank you, sir. I should have it ready for you by midday tomorrow.
Oh! Why are you getting a dinghy that's gonna take a day to get ready?
Sean, here's the thing. How much do we need here for you to get this done? As ASAP, right? ASAP.
I mean, I can't take off work to work on a rowboat.
What if I just hired you? How much do you get paid a year here?
Around 200 gold a year.
Perfect.
Before
You work for me
taxes.
now, right?
I mean, are you gonna need a lot of rowboats worked on?
Oh, of course. Come on.
No! This man
Put
is...
on the slush.
Oh my god.
Sir, as much as I would, I can't just up and leave my job.
Oh, of course you can.
without-
Here, you want 250 gold. Here's down payment.
We're gonna have to negotiate salary later, but
Oh, late is good. That means you accept. Come on. Let's do it.
I mean, I'll have to have some guys pull it out, and then we'll have to.
Oh, of course,
get it
yes. And then you have to go
transported.
quit and everything, of course.
Here, and he pulls out like this scrap piece of paper, and he writes down, "This is my address. I can probably have it ready for you by the evening, and you can come pick it up at my place."
Perfect. And then when you're done, head to this address because you work for me now. And then
What
I'll give
address are
him
you giving him?
the address of the guild hall. I'll give you a moving stipend. Don't worry about it, darling.
Yeah, we're gonna have to discuss this, but I guess I'll see you this evening. You see, he gets a few guys to pull it out as they're trying not to fall in the water, laughing so hard.
That's
You
amazing.
hear him say, "Well, no, he said he was going to give me. Shut up!" And they're all getting it up.
Is this man gonna move his family from Marquet?
Well, you don't know if he has a family.
True.
I
But-
said I'd pay the moving cost.
Travel across the ocean.
That's true. Yeah, I guess the Flagon Slayers could use a dock worker.
A shipwright.
Yeah, to start off our ocean.
Your ocean
Yeah.
adventures.
Yeah,
I totally planned that.
we do need
Um,
that. We need to buy a shipyard next. We probably have enough money. Soph can figure it out.
You could
No,
buy
Jacob has to,
a
like-
small city.
Intricately create another character that we just kind of randomly got out of nowhere.
Jacob thought this would be an easy little night.
I was like, this will take 20 minutes. We'll be
Not
over
20
there. We'll be
minutes.
done.
We're an hour in, and I still have much to do, much to plan.
Oh, this is just the beginning, mister.
All right. So while Anzu's doing whatever the heck Anzu do, Animus, you're wanting to go to the airship port.
Yeah, so I want to also as a just a point of order, I did write this down. Another thing we can do with the dinghy would be we just strap it to a killer whale, which I would turn into. And then I would be able to stay killer whale a lot longer, and I could just everyone would have to hold the fuck on because I'm going full speed killer
Yes.
whale style.
I like that. And then when we're done, we can just untie the rope and chuck it in the ocean.
You just paid this like $250 pretty much for this dinghy, and I guess for a man to move to Oman. But yeah, I guess I go to the airship.
But no matter what happens there in the ocean, our wet dream will always sail on.
That's so. This is just amazing. It just
Oh yeah,
doesn't.
it's great.
It just doesn't get much better than that.
It's great.
Oh my god, that's insane.
So Animus, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the airship yard.
Okay.
Is there like
There's
is
currently
finding
2 airships docked.
does it look like a captain is around?
You look around. It seems as though most of them are
Where's the guy who like writes down on
the
a
quartermaster.
Yeah, thank you, that guy.
Yeah, you go up to the quartermaster. Kind of an older looking lizard folk. You see he's missing one of his eyes. It's completely gone. A few of his fingers are gone. Like he's lost a lot to probably this line of work. He's talking with like a younger woman, probably in her mid-30s, gnomish. She goes off. She looks at you, gives you a nod. You go up to him. How can I help you?
How would you like to be hired to come to the Flagon Slayers Guild? Totally. No, I don't say that. I'm totally kidding. Yes, I was wondering. There's two airships here right now. Are either of them free for an expedition?
Well, neither of them are free. I can tell you that right
Oh,
now.
no, I can pay for them. Are either of them available to rent with the captain?
One of them is currently transporting cargo over to Whitestone. The other one, I think, is slated to go to Wildmount in a few days, but they might be, if you're headed that direction, they might be able to take you.
Well, we won't need a few days. We actually would just need probably this afternoon, and they would be able to then come back tonight.
I mean, you'd have to talk to Captain. Who is it? She's new.
By the airship.
He starts looking around.
Take it all.
There it is. Captain Zadrius.
Captain Zadrius?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's probably willing to take a few jobs here and there. She's wanting to prove herself as a captain. But
All
I think
right.
her and her crew are currently getting some R&R down in the city.
Huh. Do you know where they...
You're wanting to leave this afternoon?
Yeah, this afternoon or this evening would... I just don't know where the rest of my members are, so...
Well, I don't know how familiar you are with airship crews, but they tend to, when their feet are on the ground, they tend to be having fun. I'll get my secretary to send a message to them and see if I can get them back up here.
Can I just go with your secretary, and then I'll talk to them in person?
Oh no, my secretary has minor magical abilities. It's not going to be a physical message. It'd probably be easier to convince them to come back if you gave a price.
Right. What's the normal price that they ask for these? Let's say a 12-hour...
Depends on the crew. 12-hour tour.
12-hour there and back for them.
Fuel and supplies. I'd say it'd probably be around the cheaper crews would do it for about 200. More expensive, more seasoned, probably do it for 1,000. But
tell them.
I'd say probably around 400.
Tell them if
about right.
How about to get their attention? Tell your friend who's going to message them. I will buy them all their drinks for the night when they come back from the excursion. I'll pay for it up front too. Because I know they're going to want to have fun before going to Wildmount, so if I can fill their pockets enough, they may not have to take an extra job tomorrow, and then they can just enjoy tomorrow. Just message them and see what they say.
Give me a moment.
Of course.
I'll get back to you.
Goes inside the small office. You see a secretary looks to be a Gith. Green skin, pointed ears, kind of looks like how the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Classic.
See her eyes glow briefly. He comes back. Captain says that her and her crew will do it for 700 plus the drinks.
Okay. You said this boat's about to leave for Whitestone.
Well, they're a more seasoned crew. It's probably going to be more expensive.
Where exactly are you wanting to go?
Are they traveling to Whitestone by crossing up towards Amon and then across?
I think they've got a short stop in Amman, dropping another passenger off or something.
When are they thinking about leaving? You said
They're-
tonight? They're loading up right
They're-
now?
Yeah, they're planning on leaving during the evening. There's supposed to be a pretty strong tailwind heading in that direction. That'll get them started pretty well.
Well, as it happens, we need to be dropped off between here and Amon. Maybe we can just jump on the cargo ship. I pay them a nice fee for letting us hitch a ride for a few hours. We jump off. Is the captain here? Can I talk to them?
Jump? Where exactly are you planning on jumping off?
Oh, don't worry about that. Don't worry. My
Hey, listen, they don't pay me enough to worry about.
all right.
I'm just being a little nosy.
Of course. No. Me and my other guildmates, we've been pretty experienced in this kind of random stuff, so it's one of those things where we're gonna jump off and then figure it out from there. Anyways, is the captain around?
I think he is. Here, give me another minute. You see him walk over to the ship. You see what looks like a first mate, probably larger half orc, talking to the quartermaster. Look over. Captain's currently taking a little bit of a rest. Seems that they had kind of rough go of it the last few days. But I can get the first mate to come on over and talk to you if you'd like.
Yeah, that works for me. Whatever's easiest for them.
He motions him over. Orc comes over. Yeah.
So, my guild members and I, we're looking for passage across the ocean.
Okay.
You guys happen to be heading in a very similar direction as where we need to go, which is between
okay.
here and Amon.
Okay.
You don't need to ask too many questions. We were just gonna jump off at a certain point.
Okay.
Can we pay for passage to stay with you for a few hours?
I mean, we don't have a lot of room.
We would only need room for 5 people to stand and maybe a dinghy.
We could probably do that.
All right.
But don't go below decks. Things are, we're transporting some pretty fragile cargo.
Why would you even make that an option? All right, sounds good. What kind of price would you guys be looking for? I offered the last crew that I'd buy them drinks, and then they gave an amount that just seemed like a lot right now. So
Probably do it for about 1,000 gold.
just to let us stay on the ship for a couple hours.
Yeah, we're pretty full up, and if the cargo gets damaged in any way, that's going to cost us money.
Interesting. Yes.
We just want to keep things as tight. The only reason we're bringing our the one person across is because she knows the captain or something. So
interesting. Yes.
we're just doing that as a favor.
You're doing that as a favor.
Yeah, the captain and her go back. So
What if we did 100 gold per person, 500 total for about 3 to 4 hours of flying, where we would just stand there. You can have someone just watch us the whole time. We wouldn't go below deck or anything. And then we just jump off. You don't even have to land.
What time are you wanting to leave?
Probably this evening sometime. I'd have to go gather up my friends, grab all of our stuff, and then we would just meet back up here.
I think we 700.
700. You know, I think that wouldn't be a horrible conclusion to this. But how about this? We'll do 600, and I will give you enough money to have a great night at an amazing tavern that I know of in Amon when you stop there for the night. Because I know you have to have a quick stop there.
Get during the day if we're leaving in the evening.
What?
But,
Well, no. When you get to Amon, like,
mhm,
later,
mhm.
I'll give you a thing for a bunch
I mean,
free
that would
drinks.
be more than 700.
No, don't worry. No, I know what to do to get you free drinks at this place without having to pay any money. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay, 600 plus drinks.
Sounds good. Well, let me go and talk to my friends. We will be back here this evening to meet up with you. And yeah, we can get everything squared away then.
Oh, wait a second. We take half payment up front.
Half payment up front. All right.
Mhm.
I will give you 300 then.
Mm.
So I take out 300.
That's so if people try to bail out on us, it's not a total loss.
No, of course not. I totally understand. Yes. Right. Well, we should be back around sunset, maybe just past it. And then, yeah, we'll just make this all easy. We will. I'll have actually my other guild member will write up some papers for you to get those free drinks when you stop at Amon. Otherwise, this went very well. What was your name again?
It's Catraxa. I'm the first mate of the ship.
Catraxa. First mate. All right. Thank you, Catraxa. This is very helpful for us. But yeah, we'll see you tonight then.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I just realized there's 4 of us. I hate everything.
Yeah.
You know what? The dinghy price, though, it probably would have cost an extra $100 for the dinghy. So
Yeah, maybe.
we'll see.
Ugh.
I want to go find Anzu then.
Okay. The two of you meet back up at the library, the meeting point for the group. Is there anything else you want to do before you guys all meet up as a group?
I'd like to take a piece.
Okay, you can do so.
I want to spend the next 3 hours going out into the deserts of Marquet and trying to find a worm that I can hook these giant ropes onto as I walk through the desert in a very specific way, so that
as you're walking without rhythm.
Yeah.
Almost rhythmically, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
no, I don't think the sandworms are active this close to the city. You'd have to go a lot further out.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be writing the worm bit. This water is for the tribe.
Just randomly saying that in the middle of nowhere. Who would do that?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Who would ever want to do that?
That was one of the greatest moments I've had with Hunter ever.
Funny. It was so funny.
No. So Anzu, did you get everything squared away? Do we have a dinghy?
Oh, yes. We need to meet Sean in the evening.
Okay.
He'll probably be coming with us to Amon with his family.
Right now, he's going to leave with his family and go to Amon with us tonight.
Most likely, yes.
Could we not just pay for him to come on a different airship to Amon? Not tonight.
Well, maybe. I
Okay.
suppose.
Tonight probably isn't going to work. They were very, very specific that they have only a handful of space for people
Yes.
on this boat. So it'll have to be just us for the dinghy. We need to be there around sunset so that we can get the dinghy loaded up and all of us on the boat and heading out.
Yes.
I did pay for room for 5 people, so if Thea shows up magically out of absolutely nowhere, that would be awesome. But otherwise, we can probably just wait for the rest of the group, go get a drink, and then go meet up with your dinghy guy. Wait, why are you taking Sean's family to Amon?
He works for us now.
You just straight up
He's
hired
ours.
a dinghy maker.
Well, yes, I suppose I hired him to make us ships.
Alright. That is...
We now have a shipman. Make ships.
Yeah, that's a... As long as the world doesn't end, that may become in a very handy for our guild as it's growing. So, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess we can just wait for the others to meet us back up here at this meeting spot that we definitely told everyone to meet at.
But you all said meet at the library.
Yep, we all said meet right here at the library.
At the library.
Yep.
Yes, I am going to go look at the ship really quick because I am very interested.
No. Anzu, you're not allowed to look at the ship.
Check with the ship.
Anzu, stop. Hold on.
And perhaps I will buy some mangoes on the way.
You can buy
Mangoes
some
aren't in
mangoes.
season,
Stay.
I'm sorry.
We're not gonna get anything on the ship right now. You can look at the ship
Mangoes
tonight.
may not be in season, but boogaloo eggs are.
Oh, gosh.
Oh.
Okay, well, if there's nothing else that the two of you wish to do that is constructive while everyone else is gone, if you guys are fine ending here, we can end here.
I would like to construct something.
I would like to also construct something.
I'm not. That's. Quit being so literal. I use constructive as in like making something important
I'd
or
like to
building
go-
on something important.
I would like to go to shipbuilding class.
I would like to construct an important house.
Your house is a house of lies.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, future Caleb is probably going to edit this section onto the front of next week, probably.
Oh, it's
So it'll
it's
probably
long
be-
enough. It might be its own thing.
Eh, who knows? It might be a little bonus thing. But, yeah, we're going to end there. We will 98% likely do a normal session next week. But, yeah, there could always be something weird happening that is unforeseen at this moment.
Yep.
But until then, I will say thank you. Hunter, gosh dang it. I'm going to make the most intricate backstory for Sean you have ever seen.
I'm so excited for this.
He's
As long as he
actually-
is not a vampire.
He's actually Marquet in disguise, who
Right.
works as a lowly dock worker when he's not trying to conquer the world.
Oh my god.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Whatever the heck this was.
It was
the most
amazing.
chaotic player with the
Hunter and I
most
should do a campaign by
non-chaotic-
ourselves.
Oh, no. I'm not DMing it.
Ah. Damn it.
All right. See you later.